Hello to all of my family, friends, and followers. This is Helen Kennedy, HMK Coaching and Consulting, also Apostle Kennedy, as some of you may know me by, or Pastor Kennedy, or however you'd like to call me. I will answer to my name. And I know who I am. Well, it's a fabulous Friday. I know the clouds were thick. It rained a whole lot. Nonetheless, it's the day that the Lord has made, and I am excited about today. On my way to get physical therapy, I'm still healing from neck surgery. But I thank God for his healing virtue and it flowing through my body. Well, I want to do a show and tell today because, people are asking me, they're coming to me like Nicodemus by night. And they're coming to me because I do a lot of social media and I'm using that platform really to warn and prepare my family, my friends, and my peers for what is going to take place. If you were around in 2008, you know what happened. If you were there in 1998 to 2000, you know what happened with the economy. And look at every 8 to 10 years prior to that, there was always some type of market crash or something that happened that affected the economy of our country. And so we are right there, y'all. We are right at the door. And if you're not protected, and protected by having in your possession gold and silver, if you're not already into the Bitcoin currency, then you need to hurry up and get there, because if you're not in that currency system, you need to hurry up and get there, because when the dollar collapses, listen, in U.S. territory, Puerto Rico just filed bankruptcy. The country is bankrupt. And as a result, it affected the investments of the U.S. in Puerto Rico. So if you had holdings in mutual funds or stocks or what have you that had made investments on your behalf in Puerto Rico, it affected you. They are bankrupt. So your investments are lost. Anyway, what the wealthy do is they protect their investment. They understand that when the dollar loses value and the dollar is no longer the world's currency, because you have countries around the world that don't even want to use the dollar anymore. All right, one country, I can't remember the name, but if you show up and try to, you will get jailed. Okay, so we're no longer that strong financial entity anymore. And as a result, our dollar continues to lose its value. And what makes it valuable is just the confidence that you and I put in it. All right, so for our Friday show and tell, I remember in grade school, that's when we had show and tell on Fridays. So for our Friday show and tell, I want to introduce you to some silver coinage that you can get through the company that I represent, Swiss Gold Global. And right here, I'm holding in my hand 3 ounces of fine silver. 3 ounces of fine silver that is refined by Argo Heraris. That's one of the top refineries in the world. And then Melter Assayers is what certifies that this is pure silver. 999.0 pure fine silver. All right. And so we offer this, and you can begin to accumulate this. Now, on average, this is about $17 right now. So, what is that? That makes this $51, worth $51. But when the dollar goes down, the price of it will go up. When I purchased it, I probably purchased this when it was about $15 an ounce. So already, I have had an increase in the value or an increase in my asset. All right, so this is a silver coin. And when it arrives, it comes sealed up. It's in an encasement so as to protect it, and it's not easily, what happens is the reason this is not in the case is because I dropped this on some tiling and it cracked, and I dropped it again and it cracked. So finally I just got rid of it so people could actually feel the silver and its pure weight outside of the weight of the encasement. So you can get this whatever day you begin to purchase your gold and silver, whatever the market price is for it that day, that's what the value will be. So the value will always go up and down. But history has shown that when the economies are not in such good shape, that the value of silver and gold goes up. And that's why wealthy individuals accumulate it. They accumulate it and they save it. They don't save it to spend, they save it so that they have a hedge of protection against all of those other assets that are backed in fiat currency, which is the dollar bills or the coinage that we use for transactions. This is a hedge of protection against the loss of that. So we've got the coinage, and the coinage is a collectible. It has an emblem of this is called the Great Tribe Leaders, and this is King David. From the circa of 1040 BC to 970 BC. It's inscribed with a verse out of Samuel. I believe it's 1 Samuel chapter 2 or chapter 23, verse 2. But it has an inscription here. And it has here is the assayer, or the one who certifies its purity. It has their mark of approval or mark of certification on there. And it also has a number, and that number is associated with me, all right, because I have made this purchase. Okay, so that's the silver gold coin. Now what I'm going to show you is a silver bar. And again, this is fine silver. This is 5 grams of silver. It has also, by the same melter assayer, it has also been certified to be pure gold or pure silver, fine silver. And it's 250 grams. There's about 1 grams that equal 1 troy ounce of silver. So I've got about 5 ounces here of fine silver. And again, this originates from Switzerland. And I'm going to tell you, because since I've gotten into this business, I have, been going to bullion dealers here locally at the advisement of one of my mentors, and just being acquainted with what's going on. So if I had an emergency and needed to cash this in for a currency, I would know where to go. I'm not going to the pawn shop, okay, but I would know where to go, where I would get the best value. Okay, and let me see. Well, you can't really, but this is solid. So solid, fine silver. And I recommend that you get some type of storage. Our company allows you to store your silver and your gold in their certified facilities that are in Switzerland or in Dubai, or you can have it sent directly to your home. Now what I'm going to show you, this is a gram of gold. And I had a little gold coin that I sewed into a young man's life about 11 years old. So I don't have that. I've got to get another one of those for this is my show and tell collection. This is not all that I have, but this is what I use to show and tell. So this is a 1 gram of pure gold, 999.9% pure gold, and this has been certified by the assayers Euphory, also in Switzerland, and it's to be the finest gold there is, 24 karat. Okay, 24 karat, the purest form of gold that you can get right now. All right, and so today this is probably valued at about close to $40 per gram. So remember, 31 grams equals a troy ounce. And so you're probably looking at almost $1,300 for an ounce of gold. But this is 1 gram, and I don't recommend just, purchasing 1 gram. But I will tell you this. I had an experience on Tuesday of this week where I went into a pawn shop because they had a Bitcoin ATM there that's close to where I live on Hollywood Beach. And so I was checking out the coins and all. And let me tell you, they wanted to sell 1 ounce of fine silver for $30. So I said to the gentleman, you do know that, today, you know what the price is today? The price was like 16 and some change. He says, yes, I know, but I sell all my ounce silver coins for $30. I said, okay. So I pulled this out my bag, and I said, I get my silver from out of Switzerland, from a company in Switzerland. And this is 3 ounces. And what I pay to have this sent to me, to have it processed and sent to me, is less than what you would charge me for 1 ounce of silver if I was to buy 3 of them from you. All right, I'm looking at $45 per, for the silver, and it's not going to cost me that much to have it processed and to have it sent here from Switzerland. So you have to know your stuff. Don't just go out, trying to buy fine silver or pure gold, and you really don't know your stuff. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. Here is 5 grams, and it's a 5-gram heart. 5-gram heart. And I love this. I'm going to have some earrings made. Do you see how the heart is changing colors? Do you see that? That's a type of processing of this gold heart. And you know what, y'all? This is money. This is money. Isn't that beautiful? Now, the chain I put on it, but the heart came on its own. Now, I want to show you. I had taken it out of the package, and I dropped it on a floor. And if you can see right at the end of that, there's a little bend, and that's because gold is a soft metal. What makes the metal the gold that you wear is there are other metals that are included in it, and so it's more or less a gold overlay or a gold mix. All right, but this is so beautiful. So what I'm going to do, this is my show and tell piece, but I'm going to have a set made with the earrings as well. So you just get the heart with our product, and you can just go to a fine jeweler and have them to make it into a pair of earrings. I had an Indian woman tell me about cleaning gold, and she was familiar with this piece. She was from India, and she was familiar with this piece in a as a 10 gram. All right, it was a little bit larger and a little bit heavier, so she was definitely familiar with that. And this comes now while, let me see. It says 5 gram fine gold 999.9, and it's the melter assayer who is certified its purity. All right, so that's that. That's 5 grams. And that's equivalent to this, which is 5 grams. Also produced by Argo Herreras, one of the top refineries in the world. And we find the emblem of the assayer, the one who certifies its pureness, on the back of it. Okay, and this is also numbered, and it belongs to me. Each one of them carries a number that is registered to me. And so this has been packaged just for me, and this is part of my collection that I do my show and tell with. So, with your shipment, as I shared, I would definitely not recommend that you save your precious metals or anything else of value in a bank vault. That's my personal opinion based on the knowledge and the information that I have. But you can get your gold and silver. It will come to you by FedEx. Has to be signed for. What I do is I have mine shipped to a local FedEx location, and I go pick it up. One occasion I had it delivered, but that's because I knew that I was going to be here or someone would be here. You get tracking every step of the way. From the time it leaves the refinery until it shows up at your door, you know that your package is going to be secure. Also, you get a letter certifying the goods that you have received. And I'm going to just read a portion of this. It says your Swissco Global Precious Metals product has been manufactured to the exacting standards of the London Bullion Market Association by one of the world's foremost refineries and mints situated in Switzerland, the heartland of precision precious metal refining and manufacturing for the last 300 years. Our precious metal products have been designed to bring you superior and collectible gold ownership. Swissco Global Precious Metal Products provide a world-leading form of personal gold and silver ownerships as tangible savings, money of last resort, and as a lasting heritage for future generations. Listen, the Word of God says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Do you think that that inheritance is fiat currency when all fiat currencies fail? I think he says gold is mine and the silver is mine. That's what God says. And I love it. One of my mentors says, if gold and silver is God and you're God's child, you ought to have some of God's money. Amen to that. All right, so listen, reach out to me. You can open up a free Savers account. Doesn't cost you anything. You go in and you sign up. You show photo ID that matches your signature. Listen, they are very meticulous because you're dealing with real money and you're dealing internationally. And they're not about no money laundering, so they're going to make sure every I is an I and T is a T. I just had someone's paperwork rejected because she just signed one way on one sheet, one way on another, and 3 pages of signature, and all of her signatures did not match. So she wasn't approved, but guess what? They didn't take her money first. Okay, once you are approved, And that is by you filling out a document and showing an ID with a matching signature, and you're not on anybody's money laundering list, then you're approved for an account. With our company, you can fund that account for as little as $25 on a monthly basis, or you can go in and at any time, you can go in and make purchases. So after I've done all my budgeting, pay all my bill with whatever's left over, I go in and I accumulate more gold and silver, because I want something that's tangible, that's lasting, that's real. If I'm going to pass it on to my children's children, I don't want to pass them on junk, but I definitely want to pass them on something that is lasting, and it will be here till Jesus comes for us. All right, so this has been Coach Helen Kennedy. Thank you for being a part of my show and tell. I'm real excited about it. And I am going to be coming back with some more teachings, more videos. I'll be doing this show and tell, from time to time as I get the different products, I'll bring them and show them to you. But listen, you want to get started today. You want to at least invest 10 to 15%. This is what economists and financial strategists and advisors are telling their clients. 10 to 15% of your income you should have in precious metals, because it is a real store of value. All right, you can reach me, hmkcoaching.com or helenmkennedy.com. You can reach me on Facebook, HMK Coaching. You can reach me, how else can you reach me? At coachhelenkennedy@gmail.com. And I'm going to add my business card. So if you want to talk to me, let's get you started. Get started today. I've got accounts because they're free. I've got accounts set up for all of my grandchildren, and I'm funding them. This is my legacy. This is what I'm leaving to each of them. And you can do it too. All right. God bless you. Have a great afternoon. And we look forward to speaking with you.